Well, g'day, I'm Mark, and welcome back to our series of Growing Families videos. So we're thinking about the why and how of raising kids who know and love Jesus. We've already thought about some of the biblical foundations and messy prayers and Bible readings, and this third video is about loud tables. Now, what do I mean by loud tables? Well, back in 2019, the Barna Research Group in the US published a book called Spiritually Vibrant Homes. And they were trying to research what faith looks like in the everyday moments of life. And they spent lots of time interviewing families, and what they noticed was that families who do things together are far more likely to have spiritual conversations. Now, it doesn't matter too much what the activities are. It could be eating dinner, having a family movie night, playing games, doing chores, planning holidays, sharing something that you're thankful for, or maybe inviting other people into your home. Now, whatever it is, having times where you do things together creates the space where you'll be able to engage in God conversations. Now, the reason this is powerful is that it weaves in and strengthens your Christian faith through everyday experiences. Now think about it. If you're deliberate in putting God conversations into the everyday, well, you'll be help shaping your kids to think Christianly about sport and work, about the environment, about sickness and health, emotions and hobbies and finances, about their media choices and everything else in between. Maybe think about it a little bit like being a spiritual coach. And I think this is the way that we're sort of implementing that Deuteronomy 6 kind of faith as we walk along the way. Let me give you one example from our life. A couple of years ago, I crashed the car. When I say crash the car, I mean I hit a big, massive concrete pole. Now, I was fine. It sort of scraped along one side of the door, and there was no one to blame but me. It was a mistake, and I must say that was an expensive bottle of milk. So I get home, and I say to Larissa, I've just crashed the car. Now, of course, the kids wanted to have a look and see what happened. So we all went outside to have a look at the car, and the kids said, "Why did you crash the car, Dad?" Now, I was still feeling pretty annoyed because I'd have to pay for it. And I said, "Well, I didn't mean to. I made a mistake." And one of my daughters said, she was trying to be kind, she said, "It's okay, Dad. I think it looks much better with racing stripes." But my son said, "No, it's much worse, Dad. Why'd you make a mistake?" And I remember saying, after getting over his comment, well, we all make mistakes sometimes. But isn't it good to know that even when we make mistakes, that God is kind and so He forgives us? Now, part of being a good coach is to know the right play at the right time. And the research suggests that eating together provides some of the best times for deliberate conversation. Now, if this is something that you're not really used to at the moment, having conversation over the dinner table, you're not just going to bound straight in and say to your 3-year-old, "What do you think about justification by faith?" But you could say, "Do you know this thing that happened to me today? It really reminded me of how Jesus loves His enemies." And soon enough, maybe you could talk a bit more about what you learnt at church or what you're thankful for today. I've also found it really helpful to take our kids out on a date, at least once a term, to have a more deliberate conversation one-on-one with them about things that are going on in their life, things that I can be praying for them and doing those things. And one question for you to think about is, what could loud tables look like for us and for our family right now? And maybe you could jot some of those ideas down. Thanks for joining us for this third video, and we'll see you again.